Hi, my name is Jack and I'm Jamie's dad. He's asked me today to be the judge of your photographic competition. It's been a great pleasure to do that and a privilege. It's been very difficult to come up with a winner because they're all very, very good. But we've done that. As I say, it's not been easy, but before I tell you which one I think is the best photograph, I'm just going to go through them all with you just to give you some comments. Firstly, we're going to look at Juan's pictures. Now Juan's got a nice little group of pictures here. They're all nice, but the one that catches my eye is his beach photograph. The reason being, it's got a beautiful sky, it's got a breakwater coming through the middle of the photograph here, about a third of the way up, which is always a nice device. It's got atmosphere, it's just a very nice photograph, and this sign here catches the eye and becomes the subject, and it stands up very well as a photograph, so I would commend him on that one. Next is, you see now, Maria. Now again, Maria's got a nice wee group of photographs here. This one I like very much. It's a candid photograph, a candid bit of street photography when she's taken a photograph of this little family group that she's described as goths from the back. I think what's alluring about it is the mystery of what they look like from the front, and that's part of the attraction of the photograph. It could benefit from having been straightened up a little bit, and it's suffering from the limitations of the iPhone, because the iPhone, it has sometimes it's difficult to get perfect focus and sometimes it's difficult to get perfect exposure, but it still stands up very, very well as a photograph. I like that one. So next one we're going to go for Raphael. I hope that's how you pronounce it. There we go. Now Raphael says he doesn't like them. I think he's doing himself an injustice because this little group of beach huts is really very nice. He's grouped them all down in the bottom right of the photograph, which is corresponding to the third rule, and that's nice. I like that. Nice colours, nice sky, beautiful beach, and it's absolutely deserted. I'd rather like to go there. That's nice, that one is. So well done, Raphael. So the next one we're going to look at is Anna. Anna's beach huts are a little bit different from Raphael's because there's a little group here down in the corner. It's a different atmosphere and it's equally good, but this is the one that really catches my eye. This is her cornfield. Anna's got a great picture here. It's what can I say about it? It's a landscape. And what you've got to do in a landscape photograph is get pinpoint sharpness right from the front right to the back, and she's got that. It's an extremely nice photograph. She's got this little bit of barley here which is cut in the sun, contrasting with a slightly darker barley around about it, and that gives it depth. You've also got this direction because the barley is growing up in this direction, which is reflecting what the clouds are doing. You can almost see the clouds moving. It's got fantastic motion in it. And again, it corresponds with the rule of thirds to get the little group of houses up in the top corner like that. It's a really, really nice one, that, Anna. Well done. So the next one is Elif. Now Elif has got this nice canal photograph here, which I like. The only problem with it is it's been taken at a time of the day which is not very interesting. It's overcast, there's no sun, so you're not getting any modelling on any of the buildings. It's very flat, but it's a nice composition and potentially a very nice photograph. But I do like her bus shelter here. Another bit of street photography which I like. It's got a bus shelter here. It's a rainy day. People are sitting here on their iPhones waiting for a bus as the advert. It's got a lot in there. It's quite a busy photograph, and I quite like that. And that bottom one's very nice too. So that was Elif. Now we're going to have a look at Marga. Now Marga's also had a very, very good attempt at a landscape photograph here. This one is very nice. She's used the reflection in the water, which is always a very, very reliable device to get a good photograph. You can't go wrong with that. Had the water been a little bit stiller, you would have got a perfect reflection that might have been a little bit better, but you can't control that if you've only got one day to photograph it. The buildings up here in the top right, the top third again, giving it a good balance, light and shade, nicely exposed, good photograph. The dogs at the bottom are not part of it, but they're nice too. So that was Marga. We'll have a wee look now at Carmen. Right. Now Carmen's pictures are nice too. The bridge of size is nice. You've got the punters here going under the bridge. It's kind of drawing your eye into under the bridge. Nice composition. Again, limitations of the iPhone. She's got a problem with the exposure of this bit here, which is quite an important part of the photograph. It's a bit washed out, overblown as we say, overexposed. What's happened here is the camera has exposed for this bit here and has forgotten to adjust for that. So it's a difficult one to do even with a fancy camera. So I wouldn't worry about that. It's still a very, very nice shot. So that was Carmen. Next we're going to have a look at Gerda's photographs. Right, Streaky Gin. I think I see the play on words there. It's got a wee piggy down here. Pigs give bacon and we get streaky bacon, so it's a wee play on words. Streaky bacon, streaky gin. I like gin. Nice light, but I like our fish and chip shop. What does it tell me? It tells me that it's evening time. It could be morning, but people are not going to be queuing for fish and chips in the morning. It's got the evening light on the sides of the buildings, giving it that modelling effect I talked about earlier. So it's got a third dimension about it. The people have all been caught in the sunlight, which is nice. Now look at the size of that queue. That must be a hell of a fish and chip shop. Where is it, by the way? So that was Gerda. So we'll now have a look at Miriam, or Miriam's photograph, should I say. Miriam's entries. Right, that's nice. This is a banana skin. Is that Magritte? I don't know. This building here is interesting to me as an architect, because these things you see around the place are little ties that are holding the side wall in, or the gable wall, because it's become detached, and I find that quite interesting. She's got a nice one here of a load of junk lying on a lawn with a sign saying anything is free to take. And I think the interesting part of that photograph is that nobody wants to take it at any price. So that brings me now to, last but not least, our Jamie, who's not even part of this competition, but I'll comment on his photographs anyway. Where has he gone? Jamie's entries. There he is. Jamie, you know, you can do better than this. It's just a van, you know. And these buildings are falling over, you know. It's just not very good for you. I mean, I'm not impressed. And we've got this one here where you've got these people looking at a statue. Well, so what, you know? And a step ladder. Is that meant to be some sort of, I don't know, are you meant to read something into that? I can't see it. And then here we got a dog. Well, it's a nice enough dog, but you know, I like to know if an animal is a dog or a bitch, and I can't see because the legs are in the way, you know. It's what you're thinking of. I'm not going to say any more about that. But anyway, look, I've got to now come to the difficult bit, which is who's won this competition, this very, very prestigious competition. So I'm going to start off with who I've put into third place. As I say, this has been very difficult, so the people that don't get placed, don't feel bad about it, because there's potential in all of your work. Now, I've gone for Maria here, because I really liked her little Gothic group. That is very, very nice. As I said before, it's potentially a really good photograph, but what it tells me is that it's really well observed. She's been looking around and she's seen this and she's captured it. Maybe she didn't have the courage to go around the front and do it from the front, because the people might have seen her, you know. And when that happens, sometimes they act in a different way and you don't get such a good photograph. And this is probably better. So for that reason, I like that a lot, and I put that in third place. Now, in second place, I've gone for Marga, because her little bridge is really, really splendid. It's a nice photograph, and it ticks all the boxes for me. I like that a lot. But as you probably have guessed from my previous comments, the winner has got to be Anna's barley field, which is so very, very good. It's almost professional, so maybe she is a professional. It's as good as that. It really is very, very nice indeed. So I hope you agree with my comments and my decisions. It's been a great pleasure doing it. I've enjoyed it very much, and I hope you'll ask me to do it again one day. So goodbye.